Do you think this can take me down?
Hi, I'm Kylene.
And I'm Jonathan, and we are the Provident Preppers. Today we're going to talk a little bit about stun guns and how they may be effective in your arsenal. We are going to also try these out on my son-in-law and my son. We'll see how tough they are.
Okay, so this all started when all the rioting started, and we just decided we needed to evaluate what kind of protection we had on hand and see what different things we might want to do. We do have firearms in our home, and they are always kept locked in a safe because we have children and grandchildren, and the risk of guns being left out and something bad happening is way too high for us to deal with. But one of the ways that I make sure that I have something in my home is that I have all these big cans of pepper spray, and these, I want to say 17 feet, they spray really far. And so I have them strategically placed all over my house, because if one of the grandkids gets a hold of one of them, they're going to get hurt, it's going to burn, but it's not going to kill them. And so I've got them, in my nightstand drawer, everywhere through the house. And I really like these. The problem with pepper spray is that if I spray outside and there's any wind at all, some of that can come back in my face, and then suddenly I become the victim and I'm breathing in this stuff and it's burning my eyes. So I used to carry these all the time when I went on walks in our neighborhood, because we have some aggressive dogs that aren't kept caged up like they should, right? They're not kept contained. And so with these, this is actually my very favorite one of the stun guns, and I take it every time I go on a walk because I can carry it very easily, and it has multi-uses, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. But in this video today, we're gonna review some of the stun guns, and like John said, we had two very brave souls that were willing to get tased, and that is Benjamin and my son-in-law Israel, and both of them are really tough. The problem we found is that we couldn't find anybody willing to tase them. Nobody wanted to hurt anybody. So if you are going to use these, you need to make sure that you practice. Absolutely. So that you are comfortable tasing somebody. Now, like I said, I've tased myself a few times with this, so I know what it feels like to be tased. Anyway, check this out. You're gonna enjoy it. Before we actually get into the weapons, I think it's important to mention that physical self-defense skills are also really important. And Benjamin here is testing for his black belt in karate. You don't have to go to that extreme, but whatever level you can achieve will make you that much safer, even without a weapon.
There are lots of different kinds of stun guns. These are smaller, so they're perfect for EDC or everyday carry. There are lots of different brands. This one's ViperTech, this one's Fight Sense, and they look a lot the same. They're basically the same thing. Yeah. So to charge them, they have this little knob slidey thing on top. You just slide it out, comes out with wall prongs, you plug it in. It's perfect, no need to track down a charger. And then they also have flashlights on them. Most stun guns do, which is really nice, because then you always have a flashlight. Your first line of defense when you're, well, of course, is not to go to somewhere that's dangerous. Stay in safe places, stay safe, stay safe, kids. The basics. But this is a good backup. Nifty. Wonder if it works on little brothers.
Go for it. Ah! Ah!
Sorry.
Okay, that is not what I expected, actually. That was different. Okay.
It didn't sparkling. I
Oh,
thought it would.
it's like...
Is your elbow okay?
Yeah, that felt a lot different than I was thinking it would.
What did it feel like?
I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I was like thinking of like jolting, but it was like... I don't even know how to describe it. It was just different.
It was kind of like you being punched really hard.
No, actually, it very much wasn't.
I thought it didn't work because it didn't make electricity noises, but I realized that you absorbed the ball.
Yeah.
Awkward. These stun guns are bigger, so they're harder to carry around in a purse or a bag or something, but they also have more power. This brand is ViperTech.
This one's Saber?
And this is Police. They all have little pokey things on the end and strips of metal down the sides to keep people from grabbing them away from you. And they have flashlights. Yeah. All of these look pretty much the same, just like with the smaller ones. Like, the difference is the brand, really. That's the main difference, just because From what I can see, they all look basically exactly the same. And of course, they shocky. This one just looks like your standard flashlight. If you didn't look closely, you wouldn't even be able to tell it's a stun gun. It doesn't have the anti-grab feature, but I actually carried one of these while I was at college. I just carried it in my backpack. It was blue. I love it. But yeah, they're just really nice. They look like flashlights. This one, there's a feature where you go up to get to the flashlight, and then you go down to get to the taser, so you can't accidentally tase yourself or something. That's kind of nice because I hear that happens. Yeah, this one you have to have a charger for. It has a charging port, and I have a hard time locating my charger, but I have a hard time locating all of my chargers, so I guess we'll see. It goes like this.
Okay, so believe it or not, these are my favorite kind of stun guns because I like to go walking. And in our neighborhood, we have all kinds of dogs that run loose, and we've been attacked before. So I like it because for two different reasons. One, because I could stun, or with animals, all you have to do sometimes is just discharge this, right? And it'll frighten them away. And that would be my first hope. But next, I could stun them. But if I had to use it as a club, I could totally do that. Now,
Forget me stick.
it's a forget me stick. Now, when you look at the two of these, they are different. This one is a Streetwise, and it's made of plastic, but it has these little metal bars. So if somebody tried to grab it away from you, they would get shot. Now, the problem with this is that I'm a little bit slow, and I have MS, so sometimes my brain doesn't work really well, and I have actually shocked myself twice by grabbing this. So, and I can tell you that because I've done that, I'm actually not afraid to do it to other people because I know what it feels like, right? And so, so it's kind of built up some of my confidence, but it makes me really wary about touching this. This one is more of a, like, you could break windows with it. It's made out of metal. It's a lot heavier. So when I go on my walk too, I don't want something quite as heavy. So I bring this one and not that one, but it's total personal preference because if you needed to knock out a window or something, that's definitely the one to do it. So, and since we start walking early in the morning, the flashlight feature is really nice, but shall we show them how to tase it? Ready?
Oh, sure.
It's so scary.
Every time. Every single time.
So let's see how Israel does with these. He's such a good guy, right? I can't believe he was willing to do this. Now, I wonder if Ben wants to get tased again. What do you think, Ben?
Yes.
Yes! Oh no. Now, okay, but you know what the hard part is finding somebody in our family that's willing to tase somebody else because
I'm not.
yeah.
I don't want to
So
do
if that's a problem, that's another really good reason why you need to practice with these because when it comes down to a real situation, you need to be really comfortable firing them.
I would tase somebody if they were attacking me.
Yes, you would.
Is that? Did
you touch
Where are the hairs?
I touched
They
him.
didn't hurt.
I smell the hairs.
Because she
Yeah.
barely touched him and then pulled away.
She did it twice.
You have to right into it.
Wait, can they just try the other one?
Kenny, you want to do it? You know you
No,
want
I don't want to do it.
to. Well, you know your sister do this all by herself.
I know, I'm cheering for her. I'm moral support.
You want to let Aiden
One more time.
Do it again?
have a
Yes.
turn?
His arms
That
like
one hurt.
shaking. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm gonna hug you. Your arm was like shaking.
Is it possible for her to take you down with that?
No.
Yes.
Well, it depends. I
Probably
guess it
not
all
the
depends where it goes. If it's the arm, no. If it's maybe here or here,
Neck.
yeah.
Stay
Punch in the
tuned.
neck.
No!
For chapter 2.
So is it possible for you to take that away from her and tase her?
With that look, no.
No. Stay away from me. Stay away from me.
Oh! Ah! Ah!
Did it actually hurt?
That one hurt a little bit.
That's what I wanted to see.
That should put my arm felt good. Okay, I'll go for the arm. Oh, you didn't give me another one. Do it again.
Your arm.
Ah!
Did that one hurt?
That one hurt.
I'm sorry.
You left it there longer. I don't know what you did different, but that was, I don't know if it was this arm or what. Ah!
I'm sorry.
You're okay. Dave, your turn.
Okay, so do you think that the stun guns would be effective against you if you were really coming at them and it was just this small woman and a kid? Could they really protect themselves?
Yes, they would, because those things hurt. I'll tell you that right now. They hurt. So if your attacker comes, they would definitely be stunned, and that they're, instead of attacking you, they'll probably be on the defensive side. So then they'll be backing off, or enough time for you to either run away and then for you to get away from them.
So it would be like a real life situation. I want to get that out of your hands, so I'm gonna grab it and see if I can get it away from you before you can, yeah.
Now, this kind of isn't fair because you being a black belt in karate, I mean, he's going to have to think real fast to get this away, so...
Well, but at the same time, like, he has electrical powers right now. He has, like, yeah, he is. Anyway.
All right, gentlemen.
So,
Go!
got me a little bit. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm done. Oh my gosh.
Don't die, Bruce. You okay, pal?
I tried so hard, I couldn't keep a grip at all. Like, I grabbed it and I tried to hold on so tight, but I just couldn't.
You okay, team?
Yeah, I'm good. Youchies.
So, Ben,
Yeah.
is this an effective weapon? Is it an effective tool?
Yeah.
So do you think that you could take that away from him?
No.
Maybe if you use some other skills.
Yeah, maybe if
Breaking
I
my
like
leg.
grabbed it by the base, but like at the same time he could shock me at that point because I'd have to use so much of my arm length to get down here that he'd have so much arm length that he could just shock me with it. So yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not doing that one again.
So Ben, tell us
Yeah.
what it feels like to be tased.
I actually can't really describe the feeling. 10 out of 10 wouldn't recommend. It was fun for the experience, but like at the same time, I'm done. It's not my thing.
And now for the questions of the day. Have you ever been zapped with a stun gun?
Don't try that at home. How do you plan on protecting yourself? Comment below.
And thanks for being part of the solution.